Has the blinkers on from the pink. Is it something that you look at and go, oh, I don't want to touch that dog, or is it just a case by case?
Case by case to start with, but you learn pretty quick who's fair income and not. Who's the most famous greyhound with blinkers? Got to be Drill Sergeant.
Yeah. Who's one of my favourite dogs because he got the wings out one night, and Kenya All Class managed to win a Group 1. So I'm a big fan of Drill Sergeant for that.
All right, Sky 1 coming our way. All right, 6, 8 and 7 there in that race at Mandurah. They're on their way to the boxes for the last here at Bendigo. And what's been a really fun night for Pink Diamond Night. We rounded out with the Challenger Short Course for the Tier 3 Greyhounds, racing for $15,000 to the winner. We've got a good battle for favouritism here between numbers 1 and 6, Landed and July She Lied, with July She Lied being the best back late. Corey Smith, she's the one you're with.
She is. I think she's the best dog in the race. A little bit of confidence out of that win from last week and the performance before that with a second. The form prior, I'm putting a pen through that. I'm hoping that she's back to her best form. She's won 17 races from 44. Fantastic strike rate. Much better than that period where she just seemed like she was a little bit off. Landed, obviously has a really nice map from box number 1. The 2 will push up the track a little bit. The 3 will come down. Should get plenty of room to move. Doesn't always nail the start. So I'm banking on July She Lied, getting back to her best. My numbers 6, 1, 4 and 2. And you can maybe have a little each-way play on Lisa Rose if you're that way inclined.
And Brett Honey, you've taken a different perspective on this last event.
Yeah, I've gone 1, 6, 7, 5. I'm teaming up with Landon here. I was really impressed with the effort at Shepparton last start. From box 1 here, expecting to get room, settle forward, and will go a long way. 6, July She Lied, obviously the main danger. And 7, Leap of Faith. I put her in for third. I thought she was one that could show a little bit of early speed and might run a race at a price. I've got 1, 6, 7, 5. Landon on top in the lucky last, the Challenger Short Course.
Been a great night here at Bendigo. Of course, the Pink Diamond Series has been an annual event that's been ran down here in Victoria. It celebrates everything Victorian greyhound racing, with greyhounds of all abilities on show tonight, racing for significant prize money. And don't we love it, particularly when we get some of the superstars involved. And full credit to Crackerjack, Ralph and Jordan Cooper, who took out tonight's main sprint event, and the man who's talked us through it once again on Pink Diamond Night here at Bendigo. He's done a great job. His name's Dan Hibbert. Here he is for the last.
Raz at $6. Double figures the rest. Lisa Rose at 11. Thank you, Patch. They're moving in for the last. Another brilliant Pink Diamond series comes to a conclusion with the Pink Diamond Challenger Short Course. And the green light is turned on and the lure's on the move. Favourites red and green, they're set. And they're away. Flying out was Leap of Faith, and it leads by 2 lengths. Landed, gets to second. Wide around on the track, July She Lied, and then came Bundy Paradise. Further back in the field to Aston Killara. Well back then to Blue Boy Shiraz and Lisa Rose, but Landed took the lead. Raced away, put away July She Lied, and then came Leap of Faith, and Landed is going to win. Landed won it by 5 lengths on second, July She Lied. Bundy Paradise got the third ahead of Leap of Faith, and then came Blue Boy Shiraz, major weight, well back Aston Killara and Lisa Rose, and Landed goes 23.792.
Landed bolts in, runs good time for this class, and we've seen the very best of her in her past couple of runs, and tonight clearly the biggest win of her career. Congratulations to all involved, and Ethan Christian, you're with the winning handler.
Yes, I most certainly am here with Jess Fothergill, and are we now willing to admit partner might have been right?
Yeah, he was pretty right.
No, I think he's hit the nail on the head. And look, I've done the dog a disservice here. I said it would take about 24, 25 seconds till we found out, and what, took 23.79. Very good for this class.
Yeah, no, exceptionally good. Surprised me at the time, but yeah, she ran real good time at Shep, so yeah, no.
She just got out really well and obviously got the nice run behind the leader and very strong to the line. It was really impressive.
Yeah, no, it was impressive. When I got her out, she was feeling good, so I was a bit confident as in, like, wasn't nervous handling her, because sometimes I can get like that, and I feel like the dogs feel it. But yeah.
So when you get her out and you say, oh, she's feeling good, what are you looking for? What does she indicate to you that, yes, I'm on tonight?
She was bouncing around, wagging her tail, happy, wants to be here, jumping all over me, like, yeah, just happy, just wants to be here kind of thing.
That's always the way we like to see it. So I'll let you go and collect your winner, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And that's it from the racetrack tonight. Landed wins the Challenger short course in very smart time.
Thanks, Ethan. We'll get back to you shortly to sign off what's been a great night here at Bendigo. And Brett, here's the head-on vision. We saw the black in Leap of Faith go straight to the front with exceptional early speeds. But Landed was there ready to strike, and July She Lied just settled a bit too far off and to be able to run him down.
Yeah, and despite being crossed, Landon was able to just get a little bit of room to operate. Clearly wanted to get to the middle of the track, and then from there was a really good performance and went straight past Leap of Faith. There looked to be a little bit of buffeting behind, and that made it too hard for the rest to make ground. But yeah, Landed too strong in the end. July She Lied just couldn't get into the race, but yeah, 23.7. Yeah, it's an interesting time, but yeah, Landed too good.
Yeah, indeed she was. Jess Fothergill taking handling duties tonight for the team. And she wins the last on what's been a really good night. And again, Smithy, it's a great celebration annually of Victorian greyhound racing. And as we've said in the last half an hour, a great opportunity for all levels of greyhounds in this state to compete for this sort of prize money. And we've seen them on full show tonight.
Well, it's a prime example of dogs that come from here, there and everywhere getting the job done. I mean, trying to do the form at Temora and Wagga over the 3:30 and 3:20 and then trying to translate that to Bendigo at 4:25 when Temora and Wagga don't have first splits doesn't make it all that easy. But I think all credit goes to the training duo of Clint and Jess who managed to get the job done and marked out a bit of a plan, and the plans come to fruition. They won $15,000 with Landed. It's a great story as there's been plenty of those throughout the night, Patch. There's been plenty of greyhounds that have been set for these races, and the ones that have come off have brought some brilliant stuff with them.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, following tonight's Pink Diamond card, we look ahead to the Victorian Metropolitan meeting tomorrow night. And Steve, our cameraman, just got an absolute soaking there. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Hopefully it was, because that'd be very funny. Not for the camera, though. Anyway, back to what I was talking about with the Meadows tomorrow night, and a pretty decent card, as we spoke about earlier. There's a few highlights, and look at that. He's copped the spray. Not of the verbal kind, thankfully. Power Squeeze goes around in that Stayers race. I think it's race 5. So looking forward to see what he does. He's clearly got a lot of ability, but just thought he was a bit clumsy in his last start. So I'm keen to learn a bit more about the way he handles himself.
I thought he was an enormous run at Sandown, but the reason that it was enormous was because his radar was a touch off. He was a dog that was entitled to absolutely beat up on the field that he was up against, but he just barreled into a couple of them, got a few things wrong, and he's still learning. He's only in the infancy of his career, but he is a dog that has serious ability, and that litter is taking all before it. So it'll be interesting to see whether he can take that next step and become a consistent Group 1 performer. He's in the right kennel to be doing it at Team Thompson, but he's a phenomenal talent. I just love for him to start taking that next step, and hopefully that starts with the Meadows tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's got the engine, no two ways about that. And as we spoke about earlier too, Deadly Avenger returns to the scene of the crime where he won that. Phoenix going back to December last year. It's a pretty sticky draw, so that's going to be a pretty good contest. There's some good opposition as well, as you'd expect in a free-for-all on a city card.
Absolutely, and he's won a decent race by the name of the Phoenix from a sticky draw from box number 6.
Yeah.
So I reckon he's capable of winning just about any race he can test Deadly Avenger. So hopefully we see him strut his stuff at his absolute best. But it's a good night for the Greyhound Nuffy tomorrow night, that's for sure. It's the best race program I reckon we've had at the Meadows since February. I'll go out on a limb and say that.
Yeah, it's not a stretch. And Brett, I don't mean to put you under the pump here. I cut up your video this morning and can't remember who your best bet was. Who's your best tomorrow night at the Meadows?
Yeah, it's a good card. There were a few that I liked. Race 4, number 3, Highly Connected, would be one of my better bets on the program. And I think that just from box 3, it can follow through the likely leader in Port Otis in box 1. From there, I think would be too strong. There is another one that I just did like later in the program. Race 12, number 2, Port Gregson. There is a
You liked him last week too, didn't you?
Yeah, is a frustrating follow. This race is completely devoid of any early speed whatsoever. So this might be a chance where it's frightening to say, but Paul Gregson might go close to leading. And I think that's where we might actually see the best of Paul Gregson. 5:20 at best will be leading that race. So it's a very interesting card. And yes, there's some stars on that card. But yeah, standard me going completely around that to try and find a winner.
So you're saying Corey Smith might lead that race if he wants to compete?
Potentially, I want to see that 60-metre race down to the,
Yeah, it's with James Vandermaat.
to the home turn.
Where is he? Is he giving up on the interviews or has he already completed it? Yeah,
Looks
what
like
we might
Ethan
do.
and
Where's
James
Ethan?
Vandermaat got a truce there in the interview stakes.
All right, so just before we wrap up and sign off, we'll head out to Ethan Christian. And Ethan, thank you for your finest work tonight. It's been a pleasure to have you back amongst the coverage on Pink Diamond Night. You've done a great job and I hope you've had a good time.
Yeah, thank you, boys. It's been a great pleasure to be out here, and whether you call me Brian Taylor, Ron, Jeremy, Declan O'Hara from Rivals, or just Ethan's fine too. No, it's been a pleasure getting to chat with all the connections pre and post race, the winners, the emotion, the laughter. I've had a lot of fun here, so thank you for having me.
He's a star, that man, Ethan Christian, despite him looking like Ron Jeremy, but we'll save that conversation for another day. Brett Honey, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you a part of the coverage. You've been awesome on what's been your Victorian debut on a format of this nature, and what a night to do it on Pink Diamond Night.
Thoroughly enjoyed it, Patch, and thank you, Corey. And yeah, the Pink Diamond is probably a race meeting that I'll be attending every year going forward. It's a fantastic initiative, and if you're ever in the Bendigo area, get down to the track here on a Friday night. Great facilities, great view of the track. It's been an absolute pleasure.
And Smithy, thanks for your time as always. It's been good fun, a lot of laughs throughout the show, which is exactly what it's all about. And I'm sure it'd be... well, you drive me home, so it won't be too long until I see you again, but until we see your face back on TV.
It is your job tonight to keep me awake as I'm driving home, so we'll
That's
talk
up to the
some smack.
kangaroos running across the road.
That is true. Shout out to me old man that's given me his ute to drive tonight. So if it comes back with a Roo imprinted in the front of it, sorry, Dad, but I was a little bit luckless.
You got a David Hale stuck in the tyre.
Yeah, got a David Hale. Yeah, I got a nail stuck in the tyre this morning, so managed to swap cars with the old man, and I'm sure we'll get that tyre fixed. I didn't have a proper spare. I've only got the little space saver thing, and I wasn't sure.
Sort of stuff.
Yeah, the mountain bike. Yeah, I wasn't sure that was quite going to get to Bendigo for me. So we'll get in the Triton, and we'll get back to Melbourne on what has been a cracking night of racing, and beautiful weather's been put on for us. I know it's been a little bit chilly, but couldn't thank the team here for doing a better job. The hospitality's been outstanding as well. The cold dimmies.
Yeah, cold dimmies have been superb. I can eye them off right now. They've still got the glad wrap over the top, so they're screaming my name. All right, that's a wrap for Pink Diamond Night for 2026. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in throughout the night. I hope you've had plenty of fun. Back to winner or two, courtesy of these two very intelligent gentlemen on my right-hand side. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and may your footy team win by a mile, like mine. Enjoy. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Paul.